Welcome everyone. Today we have an exciting contest between the Sacred Heart Gators and the St. Ignatius Wildcats. Beautiful day here at Palatella Field in Atherton, California, where we're going to see two of the top teams really in the western United States playing today. We have St. Ignatius coming in ranked as the #1 team in the western United States, and Sacred Heart ranked 4th. So should be a really good showdown today. It's early in the season for both teams. This is only the second game for each squad. Each won their first game. Sacred Heart an 11-8 victory over a really tough Bellarmine squad last Friday night. And St. Ignatius won last week, I think 24-6 over Marin Catholic. This will be the first of many times these teams should play each other this year due to COVID and scheduling challenges. It's hard to get a full schedule, so it's going to be a little bit of a shortened season, and some limits on who you can play, and so the schedules were built with adjacent counties. So this is the first of 3 scheduled games, and the teams could play as many as 5 times this year if they both make it to the playoffs and continue to advance. So we're getting ready for the face-off here at the start of the game. Facing off for Sacred Heart, number 20, Ben Ramsey. And Ramsey gets possession. Passes to Billy Barnes, who cuts through, finds an open man. Continue to move the ball to 21, Eric Baller, who falls. Looks like a shot. No, they called a pass. Out of bounds, Wildcat ball. Duke Reeder bringing the ball in for St. Ignatius. Duke is quite a lacrosse player, but will be heading to Stanford next year to play on the football team. St. Ignatius clears the ball. A lot of pressure there on the sidelines. Flips it to a teammate. Comes up with the ball, narrowly avoids Sacred Heart attackman at the midfield line. And now number 2 going to the goal. I think they're going to settle it down here, move it around a little bit, get settled into their offense. Number 8, Jackson Kane with the ball. Moving it around, setting up a dodge by Luke Williams. Goes to the goal. Right-handed dodge, loses it. Lowered his shoulder. It was a good, nice, aggressive play, but in lowering his shoulder, lost control of the ball. Nice slide by Sacred Heart. In that situation, you're trying to allow the midfielder to get to a certain spot and then have a slide come, which is what happened. Billy Barnes with the ball on the wing. He's going to get a touch. He touched in. That's what he was trying to do there. You have 10 seconds once you get it across the midfield line to touch it in to the box, which is at the 30-yard line here today. And so that was what Billy was trying to do, touch the corner of the box to set the clock. Ben Ramsey with the ball. Passing over to Blake Heatherton, the freshman. Ramsey looking to dodge. Pick set. Slide comes. Ben skips over to Blake Hetherington. He's trying to get his hands free to get a shot off. He does. Gets hit by a St. Ignatius player. Shots off goal. Picked up by 15, Max Sloat. Covered by Duke Reeder, who we were talking about earlier. Max going to his left, trying to get his hands free. Looks across. I think he might have been trying to pass it. Got checked. Popped up, and Ian Dykes catches it. Ramsey passes it behind. Looks to a cutting. Oh, there we go. Kai Lockton with a pretty goal there off of a really nice pass by Eric Baller to make it 1-0. So set up by a dodge by Ramsey. It was good. He draws the slide, as you can see. He hits it behind. It's exactly what you're supposed to. This is a textbook lacrosse play. So you dodge, you draw the slide, you bang it to your attackman behind, who is looking for a cutter, and he makes a really nice pass there from Eric Baller to Kai Lockton for the first goal of the game. Got a legal procedure on the face-off on Garrett Hawthorne for St. Ignatius, so that'll be Sacred Heart ball. And again, they're going to want to get a touch here, and that's what Ben Ramsey does. So he got out there on the midfield now. Billy Barnes, number 6 with the ball. Ben Ramsey and 22, Will Garlinghouse for Sacred Heart. Barnes setting up the dodge. No slide. Continue to move the ball. Garlinghouse now draws the slide. Heavy pressure. And St. Ignatius takes the ball. They're looking to push it upfield. Have an open man, number 3. And now they've got a break, 4-on-3. Good pass to good skip pass. Very nice skip pass from 8, Jackson Kane, to number 2, Nils Berry. So really nice look. So all started with a really nice defensive stop by St. Ignatius, which caused the turnover and then led to a fast break down at the other end. Jackson Kane did just what you're supposed to do. He got the ball on the wing and found the open man in the 4-on-3 situation, made a real nice skip pass to Nils Berry, who buried it. Ben Ramsey buries it. So off the face-off, it looked like St. Ignatius was going to win the face-off, but instead Ben Ramsey makes a heads-up play, brings it down, passes off to the wing, and then was a little bit surprised, I think, that no one slid to him. And he stepped right in and did a nice overhand shot. Some folks there would try to really crank the ball, maybe a sidearm shot. Instead, Ben made a perfect shot, overhand, where you can really control the placement, and just found a right spot, right off hip on the goalie. Here we are back, 2-1 Sacred Heart, another face-off. Ramsey taking the draw for Sacred Heart. Heavy pressure. Ball's heading back to midfield. It's going to be a battle for it. Jackson Kane comes up with the ball, defended by number 10, John Carter. Coach is calling yellow out, which means let's slow it down. Let's get our long sticks out. Let's get our offensive players in, which they have done. And now they're going to work it around.
Let's go, D! Let's go, 1-8!
Henry Niehaus with the ball. Looks to skip pass. Knocked down, though, by the Sacred Heart defenseman. Number 18, Paul Barton, with a fine play there. Clears it up. Max Sloat touches in the box. There's a flag on the play. Looks like offsides. And so St. Ignatius will have 7 defenders right now. Billy Barnes to the goal. Takes a shot off the cage. I think Sacred Heart here will be man up. Let's look for the official call. But yep, offsides. St. Ignatius, 30-second technical.
I don't know here.
All right, so for those of you who are new to lacrosse, in hockey it's called a power play. In lacrosse it's called man up. And so Sacred Heart has 6 offensive players against 5 defenders and a goalie for St. Ignatius. They're trying to get, there's a skip pass. Oh, fine save by the goalie. Nice pass from Ramsey to Eric Baller, and a fine save by the goalie. Usually you'll see heavy pressure here from Sacred Heart because they have the extra man. Good handle there by 15 for St. Ignatius. He's going to try to come down and touch the box, and they're probably going to be able to kill the penalty off here.
You think he's done? Well, maybe I haven't seen him. Yeah, he looks really tall.
Luke Williams with the ball. Passing over to Henry Niehaus. They have their first midfield line in. Off to Jackson Kane. Looks like he might take a run here. He's got the short stick, and that's what they're doing, actually. So it looks like they have the matchup they want, and they have an attackman. Good, excellent slide. Nice check. So St. Ignatius was trying to attack the short stick there, so they had an attackman, one of their better offensive players, on a short stick midfielder. And it looks like they're trying to do the same thing again here, where they're taking one of their better offensive players and trying to take a short stick behind the goal to find the open man. Here comes Williams to shoot, and he scores. So number 17. So Luke Williams with a nice rip there, unassisted. Here comes the pass, so they're setting up the dodge behind, and again a nice pass through. Williams catches it on the bounce and rips it in. So off to we've got an excellent game here. Ben Ramsey in the face-off, winning another draw. And what's pretty incredible here, Ben Ramsey is not, a lot of programs will have someone who just faces off, and that's sort of what they do. It's called a FOGO, face off, get off. They'll face off and then get off the field. Sacred Heart does not have a specialist this year, and so they've had to do face-offs by committee, in effect. But Ben Ramsey really did a fantastic job in the Friday night game against Bellarmine, winning probably 80% of his face-offs. So Ben's going to log a lot of minutes on the field today. There goes Max Sloat. Ball's loose. I think we're going to get a push on St. Ignatius. Let's see the ref's call. So on the loose ball up in the air, St. Ignatius hit the Sacred Heart player when the ball was not within 5 yards. So Sacred Heart gets the penalty. It's not a penalty. No one serves time because it was a loose ball. If it was there was possession, there would be a yellow flag and a man-up situation. But it was a loose ball, so no penalty. Blake Hetherington here on the dodge. Looks back to Ramsey, who draws a double. Nice check there by Duke Reeder to take it away, and that's a push, which they are going to call. So loose ball push. Looked like he actually had possession, but I think sometimes a ref in a kind of close bang play will just call that a loose ball and give possession to the offensive team. So there's Eric Baller passing off to Kai Lockton, moving it around. Up to Ramsey. Blake Hetherington. Back to Ramsey. And you're seeing here for the first time Ian Dykes, a really impressive freshman for Sacred Heart. Shot by Ramsey off the cage. Sacred Heart backs up, and in lacrosse, whoever is closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds, where it goes out of bounds, gets possession. So Sacred Heart gets possession there. That was Eric Baller trying to dodge from behind. The shot was saved by the goalie. And we got a fast break coming the other way here for St. Ignatius. Okay, so it looks like St. Ignatius is going to slow it down here, get their personnel in that they want to run their offense. Looks like this is now their second midfield line. They're going to give their usually you'll probably see the first midfield line run 75-80% of the time. Here, this is the opportunity for their second midfield line to get in, get some good time, and also give their first middies a break. So here comes the dodge. Gets his hands free, number 10, and shoots and scores, number 10. That is Liam McGannon for SI, a senior. And it's a nice fundamental lacrosse play here. He dodges, he goes down the alley, gets pretty wide, and then looked like a bounce shot, really nicely placed bounce shot. Hard for a keeper to make that save. And face off for St. Ignatius. I think they're going to slow it down. Face-offs are even right now. I think it's 3 for each team. And for Sacred Heart, I think that is probably not a bad outcome in that St. Ignatius has 2 face-off folks that are both going to go out and play in college and do face-offs, specialists, whereas Sacred Heart, as we mentioned, does not have a Fogo, but Ben Ramsey doing an excellent job. Nice dodge there by 17, Luke Williams, saved by Brody Tawil for Sacred Heart. St. Ignatius retains possession by being closest to the ball when it went out of bounds. First midfield line back in for St. Ignatius. Number 12, Henry Niehaus tries a skip pass. It must have been deflected because St. Ignatius is retaining possession. Niehaus looking to dodge from the side against Will Garlinghouse. Gets a step. Dodge by St. Ignatius. Tried to feed the crease. Almost had it. Sacred Heart after a good ground ball by John Carter. Sacred Heart trying to clear the ball. They have 20 seconds to clear the ball. John Carter with the ball, looking upfield. He sees a defender. That's Ryan McJanet. Lost the handle there. St. Ignatius ball.
Lost it, maybe in the sun.
So heavy pressure here by Sacred Heart. Nice ride by Kai Lockton and Max Sloat to create the turnover. They touch it in the box. Max is looking. He didn't see anyone open for a quick shot, so wisely brings it back out. Sacred Heart can set up their offense. Hetherington to Barnes. Barnes over to Ramsey. It's like setting up a dodge. They're going to work it around. Work it behind the goal. Eric Baller with the ball. Over to Lockton. They're just going to spin it around the outside and try to set up the dodge that they want, which is Ben Ramsey attacking from the wing. He gets to the middle. He's got his head up. Good job there. Didn't see anything. Max Sloat with the shot. Just off cage. Eric Baller backs up. Sacred Heart retains possession. Baller to Barnes. Barnes kicks it up to Ramsey. He's going to send it over to Blake Hetherington, the freshman. Bangs it behind. Sloat's got a good angle here. Nice fake. Oh, good look. Get a good look at the cage. And good hustle by Blake Hetherington to retain possession. Good look there. Good look there by Max Sloat. Hit a nice dodge. Got his hands free. Just missed the cage. Hetherington the ball. We got about 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 3-2 St. Ignatius. And Sacred Heart throws the ball away. Some good pressure there by St. Ignatius on the hands of number 1 Hetherington, and a well-timed check right as he was throwing the ball. Good look across by St. Ignatius. Paul Barton for Sacred Heart defending. SI retains possession off the quick start, a little too quick, I think, for the refs' liking. They allow you to do quick starts, but that was a little too quick, and so they're gonna just restart it behind the goal. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. 3-2 St. Ignatius. All right, St. Ignatius have to do a look for a quick shot here, either a quick dodge or a feed to the crease. Here it comes. All right, off cage. About 3 seconds left in the quarter. Here's going to be a quick dodge from St. Ignatius. Oh, good pass. Oh, just lost the handle. It was a good look, and Charlie Pfeiffer had a good look at the goal. Just couldn't keep the handle. And that's the end of the first quarter. And it was a well-played first quarter, a pretty even battle. It's 3-2 St. Ignatius. Both teams, you can see the athleticism on both sides of the ball. A lot of up and down on the field. A lot of really good athletes out there. Some mishandled passes, which I think the coaches will be talking to them about at halftime. If they both clean that up, this is could have a really exciting game here today. So I had the face-offs pretty 3-3 in terms of face-offs, with Ben Ramsey taking most of the draws for Sacred Heart against Garrett Hawthorne for St. Ignatius. Each goalie has a couple of nice saves. Neither team has used their timeouts yet. In terms of penalties, we had one on St. Ignatius for offsides, but they were able to successfully kill that man-down situation off. St. Ignatius is coached by Chris Packard. Chris is a Cornell grad from 2000. He was a midfielder and captain at Cornell, and he's been leading the St. Ignatius program since 2009. He's done a fantastic job here of just building a powerhouse, and I think they were dominant in Northern California for a long time. I don't think they lost a league game for many, many years. Sacred Heart joined the WCAL a few years ago, and I think it's really been just an excellent rivalry ever since. With last year, the teams did not get a chance to play. They were scheduled to play I think the day they were scheduled to play the day after schools were called off, and as COVID started to spread rapidly in the area, and all athletics were called off. So they didn't get a chance to play last year. The previous year, St. Ignatius won the battles and won the league crown, and the year before that, Sacred Heart's first year in the WCL, they were victorious. So it's a really, these are two excellent schools with two fine lacrosse programs, and it's a great rivalry. And so far in the first quarter, we saw it continue with some really good lacrosse. Here we are to face off, start the second quarter. Again, Ramsey wins the draw. Pressure from St. Ignatius, getting that touch in the box. There's the pass to Baller. Ian Dykes now with the ball for Sacred Heart, passing off to Billy Barnes. If you look at 25 for Sacred Heart, he is only a freshman, and I would say in a lot of years of watching lacrosse, there aren't many freshmen that look like number 25. Really big, athletic player. He mishandles that one, and here comes St. Ignatius down the field. Loose ball, picked up by number 10, John Carter. Takes a heavy check from St. Ignatius. John's bringing it down. Looks like we've got a 4-on-3. Takes a shot, saved by St. Ignatius, and now they're trying to clear. Here comes St. Ignatius clearing the ball. They find Jackson Kane, who's an attackman, who came up to make a nice play there. What Jackson Kane did there is what coaches love to see. Oh, good. Well, here's a pass to Luke Williams. Another pass from Luke Williams. Assist by Luke. Goal by number 13 for St. Ignatius. And Jackson Kane, well, he won't officially get an assist there. Number 8, I think, should get one, because he came up and helped a defender who was trying to clear the ball. And if you're an attackman, coaches love it when they see you come up and help your defenders who have the ball and make that catch. And again, he doesn't get an official assist, but a coach would give him an unofficial assist there for going up, helping his defender, and then finding the open man. Ramsey again with another face-off win. Good look, number 1. Oh, great save by the St. Ignatius goalie. Ramsey with an excellent. Oh. Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing this replay. Ben Ramsey, I think, picked up a loose ball. Let's still look at the replay. Number 1, Blake Hetherington, good shot, excellent save. But look at this heads-up play by Ramsey. Goes in, knocks the ball loose behind the back goal. Wonderful play by Ben Ramsey to make this a 4-3 game. And again, we're talking about what coaches love to see. They love to see that hustle. That some folks there, after that great save, they might have dropped back in. Ben kept the pressure up, knocked the ball loose from the goalie, and put it behind the goal. All right, here comes another face-off. St. Ignatius gets it on the wing, looks upfield. Doesn't look like a fast break situation. Number 2, Nils Berry, off to Jackson Kane, and it looks like they're getting back. St. Ignatius getting their first midfielders back in. Henry Niehaus, Luke Williams. St. Ignatius dodging from behind. Dodging from the wing. Good defense by number 33, Luke Scheibel. Oh, nice goal. Number 8, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, unassisted, dodging from the wing, gets his hands free, makes a nice play. Number 33, Luke Scheibel defending. And what Jackson did there, which was really nice, is he gets topside. And as a defender, you're taught keep the player out of the middle, because the goal gets bigger as an offensive player goes from the wing to the middle. So you really want to keep the player out of the middle. And Jackson was able to get topside, get to the middle of the field, and make a nice goal. Ramsey, again, winning the draw, but then slipping, and St. Ignatius eventually comes up with the face-off. Looking upfield. St. Ignatius working it behind to William Miller behind the goal. A junior passing it around. Here's Niehaus. Looks like they are switching a player in. They want to get Oliver Bly in the game. Oliver Bly, two older brothers who played at St. Ignatius over the years. Here's Luke Williams trying to get to the middle, defended by John Carter. Henry Niehaus. Henry Niehaus got his hands free, got to the middle of the field. Shot low to low. So here he is on the dodge, and again, trying to get to the middle of the field. Thought he was going to shoot left, put it back in his right, shot low to low. Nice place, offside, low shot. That's a tough save for the goalie to get down there and make that save. If you're Sacred Heart, you'd like to see a slide come in that situation. You'd like to see, if a player's going to dodge and get to the middle of the field, you'd like to see a slide coming. And there wasn't one on that play. So face-off win by St. Ignatius. Shot. St. Ignatius backs up. That was Garrett Hawthorne on the face-off win. Dodging from behind. That's Nils Berry dodging from behind. Back to Berry, who attacks the goal. Makes a very nice play. St. Ignatius is really moving the ball well here and drawing. And in lacrosse, you want to draw a slide and then find the open man. That's exactly what number 5 did in that situation. That was Thomas Honey. And Sacred Heart's going to call a timeout here, and I think that's an excellent call. This game is starting to move in the wrong direction if you're Sacred Heart. 3 goals in a row by St. Ignatius, so Coach Ritelli calls a timeout. So we have 8 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second period. St. Ignatius has jumped out to a 7-3 lead, and they're doing some very good job of dodging and creating space, causing Sacred Heart to slide, and then finding the open man. I think, and I have to look more carefully at some of the replays here, but I think they're maybe going with an open set where there isn't someone in the crease, and so Sacred Heart doesn't have their normal slide where they would come from the crease, and so Sacred Heart's having a slide adjacent. And in that situation right there, you can see the player slid adjacent, and then Barry attacked. I think you would have liked to see your defenseman there not go behind the goal to cover someone who's less dangerous. You want that you should stay high at the goal line here, and I think that would have helped on that play. But Sacred Heart's got a young defense and a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores who are playing today, and this is going to be a great experience for them, playing against at St. Ignatius, the #1 ranked team in the Western United States. And they're going to get some great experience. We'll see if they can step up and meet the challenge. So the face-offs are pretty even. I think St. Ignatius has crept ahead now 6-5. Some good goaltending today, some nice saves. And that was Sacred Heart's first timeout. You get 2 timeouts per half. So that's Sacred Heart's first. St. Ignatius has both of their timeouts. We have Tyler King facing off. He's one of the 2 face-off folks that St. Ignatius will use. Ben Ramsey wins the draw. Looking to get a touch here in the box, as I mentioned earlier. There you go. Set the box. You have 10 seconds once you get possession to do that. Kai Lockton with the ball. Moving up to Eric Baller. Ramsey and then Ian Dykes, the freshman for Sacred Heart. Off the slope, he's keeping his head up with heavy pressure. Skips the ball over to Billy Barnes, who passes it to Eric Baller, who hits the pipe. That was some good movement and a good possession if you're Sacred Heart. You want to see that. You want to give your defense a little bit of a break as well. But just hit the pipe. Goalie's best friend, as they say. St. Ignatius subbing both Sacred Heart and St. Ignatius, trying to get different personnel on. Both do. Henry Niehaus has the ball behind. Dodges, and a nice look across. Nice play there for St. Ignatius. They set up the dodge behind. They have the matchup they're looking for, short stick who. Henry Niehaus blows by his man. Fakes, gets it to number 1, William Miller, who throws a bunch of fakes on the goalie Brody Tawil, who didn't have much of a chance. Just a nice play by St. Ignatius. They keep finding they're drawn, they're beating their man, they're drawing the slide, and they're finding the open person. And Sacred Heart's going to need to gather up at halftime, and they're going to have to mix some things up. It is wide open today for St. Ignatius. Face-off win. Sacred Heart, though, has trouble getting the ball, maintaining possession. It's a loose ball picked up by Duke Reeder for St. Ignatius. And try to run it out here. Nice ride by Eric Baller for Sacred Heart. They have 20 seconds to clear. And again, another fine play. I mentioned this earlier, but Jackson Kane comes up and helps his team out. That's exactly what you want to see attackmen do, and they don't do it that often. So gave him some help, and again, I think that's something Sacred Heart is going to need to talk about at halftime, which is you do not want that pass to happen. My college coach would be yelling at me right now, saying hip to hip, hip to hip. You need to be up hip to hip with your man, and can't let that easy outlet pass get through. St. Ignatius moving the ball around. Looks like they have their second midfielders in. Going to get their first midfield line of break. Good slide. Nice ground ball there by 18, Paul Barton. And Paul has some wheels, and he's moving upfield. He's keeping his head up. Looks like he's getting ready to shoot. Saved by the goalie, who's going to turn around, find the open man. St. Ignatius coming the other way. Good look. That was a goal by Charlie Pfeiffer. Assist by 23, Bruno Chapman. And again, a really nice play, running it up the field, just finding the open man. Sacred Heart got their back turned to the ball, and I think they, one of the things coaches will tell them is get back in the hole, but as you do that, find the ball, turn around and find the ball. And St. Ignatius now moves up 9-3. I don't think this was the start people were expecting. We're going to get a loose ball push or withholding on St. Ignatius, so Sacred Heart ball. Ben Ramsey's asking for the 5 yards you're allowed and supposed to get as he takes the ball in. Dykes is going to try to get a touch here, which they're going to need to get it in. There they go. They got in, set the box. Freshman Blake Headington with the ball, dodging from the wing, banging it behind to Baller. To Ramsey. There's a flag on the play. Might have gotten a late hit. We'll have to see. Looks like, I don't know if that's a second penalty or just the other ref showing solidarity, but we have at least one penalty, potentially 2 on St. Ignatius. One is a cross check. I think we're going to have 2. And one looked like unnecessary roughness or a late hit. So I think Sacred Heart will be 2 men up. And the referee is signaling non-releasable. So when you generally see unnecessary roughness or a late hit, they are non-releasable penalties, which means if Sacred Heart were to score a goal, if it were more of a technical foul, this 30-second penalty, the penalty would be released, but this is full time for unnecessary roughness. 20-15, Max Sloat buries it. So Ramsey to Max Sloat. So that on man up, there's an excellent pass there by Ben Ramsey. Good skip pass. You have two ways to beat it. You try to get the defense to start rotating, and then find the open man. The other, what Ben did there is found a skip pass. So instead of hitting the person adjacent to him, he found someone cross field open, and it was an excellent pass, and Max Sloat buried it. Another face-off win for Sacred Heart. Ramsey over to Sloat. Referee timeout. Looks like we have an injured St. Ignatius player. So we're here in the second because the trainers come out to take a look. We can't see the number from where we're sitting. Looks trainers are out taking a look at him. While we're waiting to see who it is, we're here in the second period. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left. St. Ignatius out to a 9-4 commanding lead.
So crazy. At the football, but this is the one time football team. We walk through the balloon.
And that's great to see. So players getting up. It's number 16, Tyler King, who is one of the face-off folks, and some good sportsmanship there. Both teams kind of shaking hands, making sure he's okay, and it looks like he's walking off here under his own power. And great to see that there's doesn't look like it's anything serious. So Sacred Heart had the ball. They'll maintain possession. Refs generally will not stop play in that situation if the offense is attacking, but Sacred Heart was getting their offense set up, so the refs made a nice move there, a wise move to stop play. So as mentioned earlier, there are penalties that are non-releasable, so that one of those penalties on St. Ignatius previously is still not released, so they're still man down to that unnecessary roughness penalty. So Sacred Heart's man up. Nice save. Nice pass by Ramsey to number 12, Ty Lockton. Nice save by the goalie there. They're riding back here. Sacred Heart's trying to get possession. 15, Charlie Pfeiffer looks upfield. Oh, we're going to get a fast break here. Number 2 off to number 8 with a fine move. Nope, sorry. Yes, Jackson Kane, number 8. So a pass that I think just someone checked a stick and the ball got through. Assist by number 2 there, who made a really nice play, Nils Berry. And I have a feeling Nils Berry and Jackson Kane play a lot together, because that was they really seem to anticipate each other's moves. And it seems like a lot of assists from one to the other here today. And I think I had read Nils Berry, number 2, actually had 11 goals in a game last week. St. Ignatius trying to clear the ball. Good ride, good pressure, and St. Ignatius takes a timeout. And you might ask why they would use a timeout in that situation. They've got the lead. They have 2 timeouts per half. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds or so in the quarter, and I think that possession, Chris Packard, the St. Ignatius coach, just wanted to maintain possession there, so he burned one of his 2 timeouts because it looked like St. Ignatius was going to lose the ball there or get a failure to advance. A situation where you have 20 seconds to get the ball to midfield, and it was starting to get a little bit close to that time frame. So 10-4, St. Ignatius, 3:49 left in the second period. If you're St. Ignatius right now, you gotta feel great. You are, you've had time of possession advantage. Your folks are generally able to get their hands free. they've done a nice job of inverting their middies. That's when you take your folks who normally play up at the top of the field, your midfielders, and they've taken them behind the goal. And the advantage of that is if you like that matchup, you have an offensive player, midfielder behind the goal, be covered by a short stick midfielder, and that is that's a matchup a lot of coaches like to see. So St. Ignatius has done that a number of times today, gotten their hands free, and have found the open man cutting to the goal, and they've buried it. So St. Ignatius is doing a lot of things well today. Sacred Heart's going to have some things to talk about at halftime.
Let's go Gators!
Charlie Piper passes it back to Duke Reeder. Reeder brings it up, looking for an open man. I think you can see heavy pressure there by Ian Dykes. Looks across. So the call is a slash on 25, Ian Dykes. Have to take another look at that one. I didn't see it, but ref seemed pretty adamant. So Sacred Heart will be man down. St. Ignatius will be man up. Actually, it looks like it's 5-on-5. St. Ignatius either has, looks like they have someone in the box as well. I think that previous penalty was released, but so there must have been another penalty on St. Ignatius. So we're playing 5-on-5 right now. And now here comes, I guess it was a penalty, the previous penalty just got released. So now 6-on-5, St. Ignatius man up. 10-4, 3 minutes to go in the second. Attacking from behind, Luke Williams with the ball. Skip pass. 13-2. Ollie Bly with a fine look to Mills Berry. That is Mills' third of the game, so he has a hat trick. Extends the lead to 11-4. On the wing for St. Ignatius here, number 21. I believe I've heard he is heading to MIT next year to play club lacrosse. Face-off win by Ramsey. Shot by 21, Eric Bolly. And St. Ignatius did a fine job there backing up that play. For Sacred Heart, I think you'd like to see an attackman back there to back that up. But St. Ignatius beats them to the ball, clears it. St. Ignatius touches in to set the clock. Luke Williams from the wing. Number 12, Henry Niehaus attacking from the wing. Keeps his head up, finds Jackson Kane on the far side. Nice one, gets to the middle of the field. Nice save there by Brody Tawil. Nice look by Jackson Kane. I think he had a chance to shoot that, but did not. Loose ball. Sacred Heart. So an unselfish play there by Jackson Kane and a nice pass, but an excellent save by Brody Tawil. St. Ignatius takes a timeout. Their second and final timeout of the half. Minute 48 left. 11-4, St. Ignatius. And we'll be back in just a minute. So 1:48 left in the second quarter. 11-4 St. Ignatius. Sacred Heart ball. Ben Ramsey's got the ball. St. Ignatius doubling the ball. Kicks it back to Tawil. He's going to send it over to John Carter to bring it up. He's looking for an open man. Goal is wide open. John Carter sends a shot. So St. Ignatius came out in a 10-person ride, which they like to do, and that leaves that was where the goalie comes out and covers an attackman. What that does is it leaves no one open except the goal. And John Carter had a good look at it there, but just missed wide left. And unfortunately, Sacred Heart had no backup. So St. Ignatius gets the ball on that shot and now takes possession. Millsbury with the ball. Minute 10 left. Dodging on Paul Barton. Billy Barnes on the ball as Sacred Heart moves it around. Henry Niehaus from Luke Williams. Defended by Ben Ramsey. Number 9, Matthew Scheibel on the ball. Freshman long stick midi. Looks like St. Ignatius is probably playing to take a little time off the clock, and I can't blame them. They really like how they played, and I'm sure they'd love to go into halftime with an 11-4 score or 12-4 if they can get one more here. But it looks like they're playing for the last shot. Moving it around behind. Out to Barry. "15 seconds. Oh, ran a nice play. I think they ran the play well. Billy Barnes there gets a stick on it, but number 13 comes up with it. Puts a good shot on goal. Tawil makes a nice save. And there is 1 second left in the half, or are the refs going to call it? I think they're going to call the half. So good save there by Tawil to keep it at 11-4. I think if you're looking at things from the first half, if you're St. Ignatius, you got to be pretty pleased. Of course, the score, but just how they're playing. Offense looks pretty crisp. They are doing a fine job of dodging, getting space, moving the ball either behind or to someone open, generally in close proximity to the goal, and they're burying their open shots. So really good first half if you're St. Ignatius. If you're Coach Ritelli and your Sacred Heart, there are some big opportunities here to improve in the second half. And I think offensively, you got to get the ball, and you got to possess it for a while. I think to give your defense a rest. It's hard because I think St. Ignatius is applying a lot of pressure, and but I think Sacred Heart's got to find a way to possess it a little bit more, to give their defense a rest, and to run their offense a bit. And then defensively, there are a lot of breakdowns, and I think they're starting with on ball. St. Ignatius, their dodgers are getting their hands free. They're getting multiple steps, and that's causing Sacred Heart to slide. And I think what Sacred Heart needs to look at doing is the second slide. So many times they're getting the right first slide, but you need to play team defense, and you need to have the second slide coming in, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of people open on the crease for St. Ignatius. So lots of room for Sacred Heart to improve in the second half, but they got a tough road ahead of them here. We're going to sign off for a little bit and be back right before the start of the second half. All right, and we're back, about to start the second half. 11-4, Wildcats over the Gators. Garrett Hawthorne taking the face-off against Ben Ramsey. I have Sacred Heart at 9-7 on face-offs in the first half. Loose ball. St. Ignatius picks it up. They're going to sub, get their offensive players on. Charlie Pfeiffer with the ball for St. Ignatius. Luke Williams coming over the midfield line, so the first midfield is in for St. Ignatius. .33, Luke Scheibel, a sophomore, covering Henry Niehaus. Henry Niehaus be heading off to Brown next year to play across. Nice pass to 17, Luke Williams. Tries to find Nils Berry, just off. Nils retains possession. Back to Williams. Williams dodging. Passing to 12, Niehaus. Makes a move, gets his hands free, scores. Henry Niehaus there, again heading off to Brown next year, unassisted. Luke Williams was, here he goes, Luke's on the dodge, puts it in his left, makes a fake. Defenders go for the fake, and gets his hands free and buries it. So 12-4, St. Ignatius. Ramsey wins the draw. And try to get a touch in. Max Sloat with the ball for Sacred Heart. Trying to move it behind. I think Sacred Heart needs a good possession here. They just need to give their defense a break. They need to have everyone touch the ball. And they just need a good possession. Because right now it's all St. Ignatius. Ian Dykes with the ball. Freshman hands it up, gets it to Ramsey. Ramsey behind the baller. Billy on the wing, Billy Barnes. Billy bangs it behind to Sloat. Covered by Duke Reeder. Shot. St. Ignatius picks it up, loose ball. It'll be Sacred Heart ball. Barnes out to Ramsey. Ramsey dodging, gets his hands free, fires it. Just off cage, backed up by Eric Baller. Baller's going to pick it up from behind. Barnes setting a pick, trying to get some space. Oh, an excellent pass. Ramsey didn't have a great angle on that and shot it from behind, which is actually a really good play. I think sometimes people think shooting behind is maybe not the right play. There it was. That was the best shot, the best angle that you had, and almost put it on cage. Ramsey again dodging from the wing here. Look, here comes a double. Oh, good pass. Excellent. Goal by number 21, Eric Baller for SHP. And so here's what you'll see here. Ramsey dodging, and he draws the slide. So now someone's open, and he finds the open man. And so good heads-up play by Ramsey there to draw the double, recognize that the double's coming, finding the open man. And kudos to Baller for coming up a few steps to receive that pass in a place where he could just catch and shoot. So. Face-off win for St. Ignatius. 18. I think they're trying pass here. Tawil picks it up in goal for Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart's going to clear. Heavy pressure by St. Ignatius. Paul Barton with the ball. Paul keeps his head up. Flag on Sacred flag. I think we're going to have a penalty on St. Ignatius. They do not blow the whistle. In the old days, oh, here goes a pass. John Carter shoots. Saved by St. Ignatius. St. Ignatius, though, is going to be man down here. Looks like a slash, 1 minute. So Sacred Heart will be man up. They probably changed the rule 5 or 10 years ago where when the ball became loose, when the offensive team just lost the ball, they would blow the penalty. They've changed the rule now to the defense actually has to get possession of the ball for the refs to stop play. So Sacred Heart will be man up for 1 minute. 8:48 to play. Ramsey tried to skip past there. St. Ignatius had the sticks in the passing lane and were able to knock it down. Loose ball scramble here. St. Ignatius still man down, looking to clear the ball. Sacred Heart gets a piece of it, but St. Ignatius comes up with a loose ball. They're going to call a cross check on number 6, Billy Barnes.
Let's go slow.
So the teams will be even. For about 21 seconds. And then St. Ignatius will be man up. So 12-5, 8:19 left in the third. So we're going to be 5-on-5 until the first the penalty on St. Ignatius is released. That was a 1-minute slash. That should be released. Then St. Ignatius will be man up. Here it goes. Here comes so now St. Ignatius will be man up for 34 seconds. So on man down defense, you generally want to pack it in, and you're going to have to give up something, and usually you want to give up the outside shot, but protect the middle so there's nothing easy right on the doorstep. St. Ignatius moving over to Henry Niehaus. Luke Williams, skip pass, moving it around well. Back to Williams. Feeds 13 in the crease. Just off goal. St. Ignatius backs it up. That was Oliver Bly, who just missed the cage there. Set himself up nicely in the crease, though. Got a good shot. So we're all even now. The refs are going to over and back is the call. Refs are communicating here. I think they saw two different things, but I think the first thing they saw was over and back on St. Ignatius. So once they got it into the offensive zone, you can't bring it back once you get it in the box. And so Sacred Heart gets possession on over and back. Sacred Heart's got their first middies in there. Dykes, Barnes, and Ramsey. Ramsey attacking from the wing. Flipped it back to Barnes. Turnover. Williams coming downfield on the fast break. Skip pass from 8 over to 2. So Kane to Nilsbury, a combination we've heard a couple times today at least. Makes it 13-5. I think Billy Barnes, number 6 for Sacred Heart, who fell down on the dodge there, he's been limping much of the day, so I think he lost possession there on the dodge, leading to a fast break by Sacred Heart, St. Ignatius, and some excellent passing there, and they buried it. I think that's Nilsbury's 4th goal of the day, and at least the 2nd assist for Jackson Kane. So they take a 13-5 lead. Yeah, it looked to me like St. Ignatius went a little early there, and the referees agreed. So that's a Sacred Heart ball. And the refs just threw a flag, and I think that's a good call. For those watching at home, what happened there, I think they're going to call delay of game on St. Ignatius. So what you have to do in that situation, if you have a turnover like that, or the refs call a play, if you're an offensive, if you're on the team that got the penalty, you just need to drop the ball, and they did not. They threw it, and so the refs, they threw it, causing Sacred Heart to need to go chase it, and the refs called delay of game. So Sacred Heart will be man up, 13-5. St. Ignatius, just over 6 minutes to go in the third period. Sacred Heart could really use a goal here. They could really use a positive possession, get a little momentum back. They're moving it around the outside. Sloat set up for a nice shot. Looks like it might have hit the pipe, might have been saved by the goalie. Baller coming in from behind for Sacred Heart. Finds Sloat again. Sloat face dodges. Shoots, hits the goalie. Ramsey picks it up. Another fine save by the goalie for St. Ignatius. Excellent play. Chase Morgan, I believe, is the goalie today for St. Ignatius. Looks upfield. John Carter fighting for the ball. St. Ignatius comes up with it. That's Nils Berry. Looks like we're going to get the second, maybe third midfield in for St. Ignatius today. Give your starters a rest. 13-5, coming in at 5 minutes to go in the third. St. Ignatius has a number of players going off to play in college next year. Nils Berry, one who's we've had this name a lot, going to play at Bates. Henry Niehaus heading to Brown. Tyler King, one of their face-offs players, going to Emerson. Here's Jackson Kane attacking from the wing. Looks to the backside. Pass got deflected. Paul Barton comes up with it, but then St. Ignatius on the ride takes it back. Garrett Hawthorne, who's been facing off, heading off to Middlebury. Patrick Timmons, MIT, Duke Reeder going to Stanford to play football. And a couple of their younger players. Junior Luke Williams heading off to Villanova. And Jackson Kane, I believe, is going to do a post-grad year and then play at Colgate. So this team, a lot of talent, and I think you're seeing just how strong this team is today. There's Liam McGannon trying to attack from the wing. Here comes St. Ignatius on the attack. So Dykes, we might see this on the replay. Oh, pass to 23. 23 scoring from 20. That's Bruno Chapman, a sophomore, Bruno Chapman scoring. An assist from Benjamin Buckler, also a sophomore. So I think what created that situation was Ian Dykes from Sacred Heart actually broke his stick, and you have to run off the field. If you, as soon as your stick breaks, you have to run off the field. You cannot attempt to play. You just have to run off. I think it's a safety measure. So Dykes broke his stick, had to run off the field, so it was 6-on-5, and St. Ignatius took advantage of it. Face-off, ref blew the whistle, called a hold on St. Ignatius, so Sacred Heart ball. 14-5, 3:40 left in the third. St. Ignatius comes up with the ball. Again, St. Ignatius giving their first midfielders a little bit of a break here. Getting some of the younger players in, get some great experience in a rivalry game like this. Great time to do it while you're up 9 goals in the third. That's number 5, Thomas Honey, with the ball. Passing it off to number 25, Rye Kushner. Number 9, John Perkins. Back to Honey, who's going to attack from the midfield. Bangs it behind. Honey attacking from the top. Pass behind. Number 9, John Perkins, has a tough time handling it. Turnover. Going to Sacred Heart. John Carter picks it up. Clearing the ball. Throws it across to 31, Graham Kasner. Back to Carter. Going to have to get it across here pretty soon. Good look upfield to Paul Barton. Paul's going to North Carolina, generally regarded as one of the top defenders at the high school level in the country. Just finished up the football season. A number of folks from Sacred Heart finished up the football season with a big win over Menlo last weekend, 28-7. Actually, a few injuries as a result. Sacred Heart turns the ball over. Kai Lockton was trying to get his hands free, just couldn't quite get his hands free. Missed the pass to Sloat. Back to St. Ignatius. Mills-Berry taking it behind. Passing off to number 20, Benjamin Buckler. Back up to Luke Williams on top. Williams attacking from the wing, trying to get to his right hand. He's a righty. And he's got a very strong right-hand dodge. Gets his hands free. Excellent passing here by St. Ignatius. Goal by number 9, Johnny Perkins. Well executed by St. Ignatius. You got Williams passing back to number 13, Oliver Bly, who moves the ball. And St. Ignatius executing very well there. Good dodge, making multiple passes to find the open man, who then buries the shot. 15-5, under a minute left in the third. Ramsey wins the face off, going down, finds the open man. Great save by the St. Ignatius goalie. Ramsey with the heads-up play after a fine save by the goalie. So good hustle by Ramsey just to get the ball off to the attack, and then after the shot by Lockton was saved, Ben makes an excellent play there, heads-up play to catch the ball and to quickly react, put it on Cage for the goal. It's at least 3 for Ben today to go along with a couple of assists. He's having an excellent game in addition to having to carry the load on the face-offs for Sacred Heart. 15-6, under a minute, 25 seconds left. St. Ignatius on the dodge. Number 5 looks across. Pass gets through to number 9, Johnny Perkins, to make it 16-6. So heads up play, good look. It was actually deflected by number 31, Graham Kasner. But Johnny Perkins, heads up play, picks it up, finds a piece of net, and buries it. 16-6 with about 16 seconds left. Face-off win for Sacred Heart. JP Underwood comes up with it, a sophomore. Someone on his tail who checks it loose. Number 21, Patrick Timmons. And that will end the third period. St. Ignatius 16, Sacred Heart 6. Okay, so we're coming back to start the fourth quarter. Ramsey against Hawthorne. The face-off on the wing for Sacred Heart, JP Underwood. And number 1, Blake Hetherington. Number 15, Charlie Pfeiffer. And number 41, Atticus Olivan for St. Ignatius. We have an illegal procedure call. I think St. Ignatius face-off guy is confused as to what he did wrong, but the ref seemed resolute. And so it'll be Sacred Heart possession. Hetherington, Barnes, and Ramsey. Barnes taking it behind. We talked about this a little bit earlier, where teams like to take their middies to take their short stick defender behind the goal and attack from behind. Ramsey's got the ball. Passing it over to Sloat. They've brought Sloat up. He's normally an attackman closer to the goal, but they brought him up top. I think they're trying to try a little something different here on offense, a little different look. Kai Lockton taking the ball behind. No one sliding on him right now. Good cut. Had an open man, Blake Hetherington, but good ride back by Hetherington. Loose ball. Oh, it's a push from behind. I'd be curious to see how the refs interpret this. There are a couple extra shoves from behind there. I think they're going to call loose. It looks like they're giving the ball to St. Ignatius. St. Ignatius bringing the ball up, bringing a midfielder out of the box, Luke Williams. And Charlie Pfeiffer just runs it out. Gets it in the offensive end. St. Ignatius spinning the ball around. Ryan McJanet covering John Perkins from behind. Luke Williams attacking from behind on a short stick D midi. Something we've seen a lot today. He gets through traffic. Draws multiple slides. Retains possession. Nice play there. It's a tough to handle that ball through that traffic, but he did. And took on 2 or 3 Sacred Heart defenders and buried it. So 17-6. I don't think Sacred Heart's been behind by this much in the last decade. It's really been all St. Ignatius today. Ben Ramsey there with a good face-off. And Sloat, you could tell he was having trouble with that ball in the sun. The sun was right in his face, but he makes the catch. Trying to get to his free hand, trying to get to his left. Some good defense. Some pretty heavy. He draws the double. They move the ball. Get out of the double. To the freshman, Blake Hetherington. Dodges, bangs behind. The sun is starting to come into play on this end of the field. You can see it's low in the sky, and it's going to start to a little hard to catch the ball. You can see its impact to some of the players. So slash pass off to Billy Barnes, who dodges. Shot didn't get through. I think knocked down by a defender. Sacred Heart will be man up. 1 minute slash. Fowler behind to Lockton. Ramsey to Barnes. Barnes to Dykes. A lot of times on man up, they'll just work it around, make sure everyone gets a touch, try to get the defense moving. Ramsey fakes the pitch to Barnes. Sloat takes it, lefty ripper, and puts it by Luke Heafy. So Sloat makes it 17-7. And I think St. Ignatius has substituted their goalie, so that's a new goalie for St. Ignatius. Looks like they've also got now they've substituted their defense, so they have their second defense in at St. Ignatius. Face-off win. Some heavy pressure by J.P. Underwood, who knocks the ball to St. Ignatius 6, a Sacred Heart ball. Ramsey picks it up. Will Garlinghouse for Sacred Heart. Got Ramsey dodging on the long stick defense. That's a slash. I'm surprised that wasn't called. Usually, whenever you see a defenseman wind up like that and land a check, it's usually a slash. Did not call it, though. St. Ignatius clearing the ball. Some nice footwork there by number 28, Tristan Gosh for St. Ignatius. We're going to probably hear some names we haven't heard too much earlier in the game for St. Ignatius. I think they've substituted pretty liberally here. So second attack, second defense, and second or third midfield lines. Charlie Pfeiffer dodging. .7:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ryan McJanet playing defense on 23. Bruno Chapman. St. Ignatius attacking from the wing. Pfeiffer just off cage. St. Ignatius backs up and will retain possession. Bruno Chapman with the ball. Moves it up top to Liam McGannon. You can hear the ref calling out, the coach calling out, pass down, pick down. They want him to pass it down to the attack and then set a pick. They don't do that. Back to McGannon, who's taking the ball behind. Dodging on number 9, Matthew Scheibel. Freshman long stick midi for Sacred Heart. Now Pipe 5 dodging on Will Garlinghouse. Nice pass back. 15. Brody Tawil makes a nice save in cage. That's a tough save. Very nice save by Brody there. Sacred Heart's trying to clear the ball. Unable to clear it. And again, those are the kind of things I think Sacred Heart's going to look at this tape and see a lot of things that they can clean up. That's when you get the ball back after a long offensive possession, your goalie makes a really nice save. You got to take care of the ball. And it's early in the season. It's only second game for Sacred Heart, so they're going to have some time to clean this up. But there's plenty of opportunities to improve on here. Number 5, Thomas Honey, attacking from the wing. Back to 15, Charlie Pfeiffer. Some good on-ball defense here by Will Garlinghouse. But Pfeiffer sticks with it, gets off the turf, and goes in and buries it right over the shoulder of the goalie, Brody Tawil. So here he is. Again, you see good defense by Garlinghouse, but Pfeiffer gets up. And I think Sacred Heart there, when they look at the tape, they're going to see some opportunities for their defense to work on their slides, because there was some good on-ball defense. You did get by him, but defensively you need to have a second slide there, and there wasn't one. Loose ball here on the face-off. St. Ignatius comes up with it. And we're going to have a penalty here. Looks like perhaps on Sacred Heart. Let's see what the ref calls. They're going to confer. Still waiting for the call, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be on Sacred Heart. It's in the part of the field where you normally see. It's an illegal body check on Ben Ramsey. And looks like it's going to be 1 minute, illegal body check, non-releasable. 5:43 left, 18-7, St. Ignatius. 1 minute penalty. St. Ignatius not going to be in a hurry here. Work it around one time. Now they start cutting. They went from a circle to moving someone into the middle. Going to spin it around one more time. Again, the clock is your friend right now if you are St. Ignatius. Good cut. Nice pass to the crease. Oliver Bly to Nils Berry. 19-7. Good look there by Oliver Bly. Find the open man on the penalty, make Sacred Heart pay, and Sacred Heart will still be man down. It's a non-releasable penalty. So there's 20 seconds left. St. Ignatius will remain man up. Legal procedure on St. Ignatius on the face-off. So Sacred Heart will pick the ball up. 7 seconds left in the penalty, so that'll be released here shortly, and they'll be all even. Here they come. 4 minutes. According to my clock, the penalty should have been released, but Ben is still in the box. Max Sloat there gets his hands free, takes a rip at it with his left, hits the pipe. Good shot. Now we're all even. 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. St. Ignatius 19, Sacred Heart 7. All even. I think both teams will, will take some things away from this game. Not everyone was face off here between two of the top teams in Northern California, and St. Ignatius just really played well in all facets of the game. Sacred Heart has lots to work on. Fortunately, they will play. All right, that pass was deflected. They will play at least 2 more times this year. This was a non-league contest. Even though they're in the same league, this one will not count towards the league records. They will count for the overall records, of course. Banging it behind the Sloat. Sloat's attacking, going to his right, looking to draw the slide. Some heavy pressure there. 2 men on. Draws a third person. Gets the shot off. Sacred Heart backs up. Heatherington backs up. 2.5 minutes left. Heatherington finds 15, Max Sloat in the crease. There would be a penalty on the play. Looks like a hit to the head, a slash on St. Ignatius. Sacred Heart will be man up. There's 2 minutes left. We're in a running clock situation. I think when the score reaches 12 goal difference, it's running clock. Again, something that I think will pass to Ramsey to Barnes. And St. Ignatius backs it up again. This will be another thing on Coach Fratelli's list of things to talk with his team about. You want to see your attack back that shot up, not creep up too far. So if the shot does go wide, as it did, you have backup. But the St. Ignatius goalie heads up play by him to beat Sacred Heart to the end line. St. Ignatius clears the ball. Minute 20 left, 19-7. Failure to advance is the call. So once you get it across the midfield line, you have 10 seconds to touch it in the box, and they were unable to advance and touch it in, as Ben Ramsey just did there for Sacred Heart. Ramsey to Dykes. Dykes gets his hands free, gets a shot off, but off cage. Backed up by Eric Baller. 50 seconds left. Ramsey takes the ball behind, covered by Duke Reeder. Pass it to Lockton. Tries to get it inside. And they're going to call Sacred Heart for stepping into the crease after that shot on Lockton. 25 seconds left in the game. St. Ignatius ball. Reeder's going to walk it up. And the celebration is starting for St. Ignatius as the clock winds down under 10 seconds. Reeder lets it fly in the air as the clock runs out. Final score here from Palatella Field. St. Ignatius 19, Sacred Heart 7. Thanks for joining us today. It's great to have lacrosse back at the high school level here in California. St. Ignatius moves to 2-0 on the year with 2 convincing wins, a 24-6 last week over Marin Catholic, now 19-7 over Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart won't have much time to rest, but I think sometimes the best thing you can do is after a game like this is play again quickly, and they'll have that opportunity. They're going to be playing Bellarmine, a team that they played earlier last week, and they're going to have an opportunity to hopefully build on some of the good here and learn from the things that they need to clean up. We will sign off here from Palatella Field. Final score, St. Ignatius 19, Sacred Heart 7. Thanks for joining us today.